Peterbot is the GOAT of Fortnite, and I've done everything to understand why. I bought his exact keyboard and mouse to copy his setup, I switched to his exact sense, and I even copied the same binds he has used to win 6 FNCS finals and over $1 million in earnings. But what if none of that actually matters? What if the reason Peterbot is so good is simply because he plays more than everyone else does? Well, for the next 3 days, I'm testing that by copying Peterbot's daily Fortnite routine, and the results at the end of this video are shocking. So help me out by dropping a like, and 3 days of playing like Peterbot officially begins. On day 1, I started with a warm-up because everyone has to warm up, even Peterbot. Especially if you wake up and instantly hop on the game like I did today, because I was feeling so slow. And it doesn't help that the last time I actually grinded keyboard and mouse was months ago. But there's a tournament to win the new FNCS pickaxe happening tomorrow. So if I want to win that pickaxe, I need to be focused. Through just free building on this map, pretty quickly the muscle memory is coming back, and after an hour of just spamming builds and edits, I feel really good. So after getting the hands warmed up from free building, Peterbot goes into Kovacs. He Kovacs every single day to improve his aim. I have never played Kovacs before, but it's been used by Fortnite pros for years to improve their aim, and the specific drills that Peterbot plays is called the Fortnite Classic playlist. So jumping into my first aim training session ever, it was actually pretty fun. Coming from a controller player, the flicky and precise aim you can have with the mouse is just so satisfying. And that just took like an hour, so I just got a very good Kovacs warm-up. Now this is only day 1 of 3 days living like Peterbot, but now getting into 1v1s, one massive thing I noticed right away is in his daily routine, he almost never plays regular matches or even ranked matches of Fortnite. And the reason is kinda crazy. He's literally too good. The reason Peterbot exclusively practices in creative doing things like 1v1s is because even in ranked, he just runs through the entire lobby while never even being challenged by a pro tier player. So in order for him to still improve even today, he has to play creative against other pro tier players, as it's the only time his skill actually gets challenged and lets him play better. While I am definitely not even close to that level, I would get smacked by any type of pro player right now. I am still 1v1ing players better than me, which is proven to be one of the fastest ways to improve your fighting skills. Oh my bro! We're already over 3 hours into Peterbot's daily Fortnite routine, and to be honest, I was already feeling it. I was already getting bored and really wanted to get off, but Peterbot routinely plays for 8 to 12 hours every single day. So I hopped into another creative map that will help me a ton for the FNCS pickaxe tournament coming up tomorrow. Aussie Antics late game tournament map, where you have to practice rotating zones, getting refreshes, and clutching up in intense situations. And right now, I have none of that. I don't even play comp on controller, so now on keyboard, I have to learn everything from scratch. But I didn't get frustrated with my death, and instead, slowly but surely, I started seeing improvement until I ran into Peterbot's literal teammate for globals, Pollo. Aussie Antics is good friends with a lot of the top tier Fortnite pros, so a lot of those pros actually use this map. And of course, Pollo joined for literally 2 rounds, just dominated the lobby, getting a ton of elims, and then he just left. And weirdly enough, seeing how good he was even more motivating for me to lock in on Peterbot's setup. So Peterbot has been using everything he can to gain an advantage, which is also why he's been using ExitLag for years. He's even shared his routing settings,
accuracy and route optimization, put that to medium. Okay, chat, put it to medium.
And he uses it for every tournament he plays.
There's 36 with ExitLag.
And ExitLag is a longtime channel sponsor who's sponsoring this part of the video to let you know that their 50% off summer special is ending soon. I mean, the reason Peterbot and millions of other gamers use ExitLag is because it lowers your ping and it gives you a more stable connection. Just in my personal experience, I go from around 30 to 35 ping normally to only around 15 ping on ExitLag. And it's not even just for Fortnite, it works on basically every game you can think of, and it even has a section with settings to boost your FPS. They usually have a 3-day free trial you can sign up for to see how good it is, and then for just the next few days, you can subscribe for 6 months and get 6 months completely free. And it's actually even cheaper if you get a duo or squad playing with your friends. And again, that's just for the next couple of days, so if you want that 50% off, you gotta do it soon. The link to get that 50% off and the free trial will be in the description and the pinned comment. And I have this FNCS pickaxe tournament tomorrow, so seeing this progress is massive. From 30 players in a moving zone endgame, now down to a 1v1. Let's pull off the clutch. Let's go, bro. I actually won a round. Holy, that's some progress. The fact that I started just today looking as bad as I did, and now I just won a round on an endgame tournament map is crazy and already proof that this Peterbot routine is working. And there's still 2 more days, including a tournament and more. So now as day 1 starts to come to a close, usually Peterbot's actual routine is to play a tournament or play scrims. But there is an issue. And I can't play scrims right now because there's FNCS Division 1 practice going on with an actual prize pool. So let's just play some reload. Unfortunately, Peterbot is actually playing a tournament and I'm not in Division 1, so I can't even play it. But as I was W-keying in reload, I realized there was probably a better use of my time, so I got to studying. Like I said, I've never been a comp player, so there's still a lot for me to learn to actually do well in tournaments. And thankfully, there are some great YouTube videos that can teach about the metas, or even this video from Kanata that answers a ton of questions about how to do well in tournaments.
All right, last question of the video. How can you improve your teammates like most maps are for solos? Improving your teammates, all just getting on a call together talking. Like, what do we do wrong?
And with that study session, my 8 hours of day 1 of playing on Peterbot's routine ends, and day 2, officially tournament day, started as soon as I woke up. It honestly feels crazy to game so late into the night and then wake up and instantly get back on, but I noticed I felt warmed up so much faster on day 2. It only took around 10 minutes of me freebuilding to feel good, while day 1 took over 30 minutes to finally feel good. So pretty quickly I hopped into my Kovacs routine, and even my aim felt good right away, destroying my high scores from yesterday. When you think about it, it makes sense that if you play every day and don't take multi-day breaks, you never really get washed. You just kind of pick back up right where you left off, which is honestly an underrated tip. It really helps with the momentum of progress. So I got through my free build warm-up faster, I got through my Kovacs session faster, and now I have even more time to practice actual fighting, which I'm going to need. So far, the only pro tier player I've faced is Poyo, and I got wiped. So to win this tournament, I need to dial in my fighting skills today. My mechanics have continued to get more and more smooth because if you didn't know, I technically only have 1 full week played on these Peterbot vines and less than 1 month total playing on keyboard and mouse. So I'm still pretty much a beginner on keyboard and mouse, which is why even in just the past day, I've been seeing so much improvement. And honestly, just because of the way keyboard and mouse feels, I'm doing moves here that I can barely do on controller. It's pretty crazy. Oh my. Even making somewhat decent players leave the lobby because they're sick of losing. So that had me feeling good about my morning warm-up and fighting practice, and it's time to hop back into Aussie's endgame tournament map to apply my notes I learned yesterday. And I needed that. I needed to be humbled there, to be honest, because the players I'll be fighting in the tournament are a lot better than the ones I've been beating in creative. So the goal right now is to just get as many repetitions in against good players as possible. And with 27 players spectating me in this final fight with the pressure cranked all the way up, I actually did pretty well. I didn't miss my shot, but I did miss my edit. I somehow actually didn't edit the build at all, which made me fall in 2nd place. However, those are the exact reps that are helping me to improve so fast. Those are the types of situations that you can never get in by just playing regular reload or regular games or even ranked games. Because remember, I went from looking like an absolute bot in my first round to now competing for the win in a sweaty endgame lobby, and this happened in less than 2 days of practice. So I know for sure I'm on the right track, which is great because the tournament starts in 30 minutes. My friend wanted to 1v1 to warm up, which was perfect because this will be the first sweat I've 1v1, so my skill will really be tested. This guy plays every single tournament. He has solid PR, and this is exactly the type of player I need to practice against. The first few rounds, he definitely got the best of me, but then I started to catch on, landing some shots and making better plays, which is what happens when you fight good players. It's why even Peterbot likes to 1v1 players like Zen and Koyota because they can actually beat him. However, with the tournament now just 15 minutes away, my actual teammate joins and he's even crazier. With over $5,000 in earnings and ranked in the top 350 players in NA, I got absolutely clipped our first fight. But just like against SR3, I started to catch on. And at one point, I was even up 2-1, just in time for the tournament to begin. So in this tournament format, to make it to finals, we have 3 games and we have to get at least 5 elims and win in one of the games. So landing at a secluded edge of the map spot, I've been preparing for this for the past 2 days, and now it's time to make it happen.
He's one shot.
78 on one. Dead. Third party. 30. I hit him 60 white. $64. Dead. Dead. He's here. Dead. 77 up top.
I'll just get back here. Come. I'm gonna jump on the mat right now. Play it slow. We don't need to like rush it.
One of them's
Watch it out, Carter.
almost dead.
Dead. 15. Half look. Just holding him.
Bad.
Okay. Nice.
That was a nearly perfect game to put us into finals. I played very slow and controlled and let the veteran comp player make all the calls, and I feel like even my fighting was solid. But now finals will be a whole new monster. Finals will be full of only teams that also got 5 elim wins, so while waiting for finals to start, we of course went back to 1v1ing, and I was getting more and more comfortable fighting against a good player. And just like that, 30 minutes of 1v1ing a good player flew by, and now it's finals time. The top 750 teams will win this exclusive FNCS pickaxe, so we locked in for game 1. Oh yeah, right there. I just got Fred from the top 2.
I did not know he was there. Just get out, get out. Shotgun. I did not know that kid was still there.
Unfortunately, with Dalty going down in that fight, we ended up in shambles, and now with still a full lobby, I had to land wherever I wouldn't get shot out of the sky, and our first game quickly turned into a terrible situation.
Oh, it's so bad, bro. Might be able to jump on one.
Losing in 10th place, which is right where you start to gain placement points, that was brutal. But with 2 games left, we can still win the pickaxe. Dead over here. He's one.
That's good. Please. 45. Wait, that team's still back there? Well, I'm fine.
I 99 on that guy.
Yeah, I'm fine now. I did not mean to hit it like that, but it's fine. Hey, come on. 160.
Dead.
Hit a weird one.
Yeah.
Out of one was good.
Dead.
I don't know. You got the. Oh, I got it. Got my phone. Good.
Yeah.
I have so much. It pulls back to us. Come on. Come in. 104. Full piece.
Dead. No. Slurp on my body. No
way, I trolled.
Bro. The game was going so well, but I got snuck in the back and then Dalty fell in 3rd place. However, that was still a 13-point game and put us right back on track. So now heading into our final game, we have to clutch up and get around 15 more points.
That's running over, right?
Yeah, I'm using these minis quick. Oh my god, kid just jumped on the... Bro, they just blocked off the crash pad last second.
Hang on.
Bro, where?
Hey, look to this.
This guy.
Not doing that kid, it's fine. Just go through. Let's go left.
Bro, like,
Why is there
I didn't even
anybody
see
here
him.
still?
We had 3 max pull zones. I ended up in shambles after getting jumped by that team, and we ultimately failed in our 3rd game, and the goal of winning the FNCS pickaxe was officially over. But even with the disappointment in losing a tournament, that didn't stop me from waking up and getting right back on Fortnite for the 3rd straight day. And once again, instantly, I felt so good. The past 2 days, I've played for 8 to 10 hours every single day, and now on day 3, I'm already looking so much more fluid, and jumping into my Kovacs playlist, I was blowing my high scores out of the water on literally every single drill. Whether it was medium range flick drills, close range moving target drills, long range tracking drills, every time my score was way higher than it was on day 1 or day 2, and you have to imagine, if pros like Peterbot are doing this every single day for years, it makes sense that most people think he's cheating. Because if my aim has improved this much in just 3 days, bro, look at this progress. This was day 1, this was day 2, and now this is day 3. Look how big of a jump. Now imagine doing this every day for like years. That's why pros like Peterbot are so good. And I even ended my 3rd Kovacs session with, once again, a new high score, taking me right into the 3rd day of 1v1s. Now through copying Peterbot's Fortnite routine for just 3 days, I've learned so many important lessons, with the biggest being that to actually put in the time and effort it takes to become a pro, you have to actually love playing. There are days where Peterbot plays for 14 hours all day long, playing multiple tournaments, playing hours of high skill tokens, and then he'll do it all again the next day. He genuinely loves Fortnite. Meanwhile, I thought this challenge was fun, but after 4 to 5 hours each day, I was bored and wanted to get off. And honestly, grinding this game for 8 to 12 hours every single day sounds like a nightmare. That's something that I personally would never want to do. But that's also why I'm not a pro player. The next big lesson I learned is you can improve insanely fast with focused practice. Playing a couple hours of squad pubs is going to do almost nothing for your skill, but an hour of aim training and an hour of 1v1ing every day can turn you into a good player within weeks, if not days. Creative is absolutely king for getting good at fighting, and to become a good comp player, you have to grind scrims in tournaments almost every day. Doing this challenge made me realize it's a crazy time commitment to become as good of a player as Peterbot, but even with just a few days spent training like him, you can still see some crazy progress. The fact that I switched to Peterbot's binds for only a week, I grinded hard for 3 days, and now I can drop into solos and beat every casual player and even some good players, just shows how good Peterbot's routine actually is. Now click here to watch me unbox Peterbot's exact keyboard and mouse and try it for the first time, or click here to watch 12 keyboard and mouse tips I wish I knew sooner. Thanks for watching.